So, Clay, say what you want about pedophiles, but at least they drive through a school zone slower.
Wow.
That's terrible. I'm not laughing. at
To the
that.
wood chipper.
Welcome to the
She
Truffle Shuffle
laughed.
Podcast.
Funny.
I'm Clay.
I'm Dylan,
And I'm Alaric.
and we have a special guest today. Drum roll, please.
Hi, I'm Allison.
Dylan Beard.
Bitches.
We did the same thing that we just did with Tanner, where we made her introduce
Oh
herself.
shit! No, we get it. We give her a little. So
Give her a little drum roll.
she had
Good
something.
enough.
All right. Well, we have Allison on the podcast today. This is my beau, and she
Right hand woman.
Because he's a lefty.
I was waiting for
Heyo.
somebody to make the joke.
Well, guys, it's been a while since we've been on the in this lovely basement studio here, so let's talk about why, shall we? Who was the first one?
It was me.
It was you. Yep.
It was me.
Life happens, you know.
Vid. He had the vid. No, I'm just kidding.
I did not.
He
I
had
tested
di-
a negative.
He had the stomach bug.
I had a big old knot in my stomach. I went to work. Some guy said, "Hey, go to Roosters with us," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll probably go throw up and say I got off work early so I could go to Roosters." And then 2 hours later, I actually threw up.
That's what you get for lying.
Yeah, I know.
What he means by roosters is he had Taco Bell chicken wings, and it destroyed his
Hey,
insides.
fuck you. They look good.
We'll get to that in a bit, because that sounds disgusting.
Then I went home and then took a nap and then went and did Amazon deliveries. A week later, my kids got sick, my wife got sick, and then I got the worst stomach bug of my entire life.
That's what you get for not telling the truth.
There was 2 separate times I stood up from the toilet, lost all blood pressure to my body, hit the wall on my head, and
To the wall. To the wall.
and
To the
laid there and laid there in my tiny little bathroom with nothing on, trying to one hand pull my underwear on. So it was a sad existence.
That is a very hot thing to think about.
Yeah.
Now that our listeners are very, very disgusted.
Very
Dylan,
erect.
Well, that was 2 weeks that set us back. Clay actually didn't have anything
I
happen.
have been a perfect little angel the past couple months.
Shut the
but I've
fuck
just
up.
been sitting patiently waiting with a list full of stuff to talk about on the podcast.
It
But
keeps
y'all had
getting
y'all
longer.
you have problems, you have problems, I have nothing.
I didn't have a problem. My right-hand woman
No,
did.
I think you had something with I thought you had something with one of your family members. I don't remember what it was. I don't know. It's been so
Family.
long since I've
I don't-
seen you.
it has been a
You guys
while.
have aged so much since. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Well, Allison, why don't you tell us what happened that delayed us yet another week?
Yes, tell us your
Not your fault,
deepest,
but just
your
Kind of
deepest,
made it
darkest
sound
medical
like it
history.
was your fault.
you have to
Dylan.
tell us your medical stuff.
Okay. Well, first off, I don't remember any of it. So this is what I've been told. I had 2 seizures the other week on Sunday night.
2 a.m. That was fun.
2
Oh,
a.m.
jeez. Middle of the night.
2
Yeah, I haven't
a.m.
told you guys the full story
What
yet,
were you
have
doing
we?
up all that night?
We were sleeping.
You just had a seizure in your sleep?
Yeah,
That's
I did.
2.
Scary.
I had 2.
Were they like right back to back, or is it like?
Wait,
No,
were you sleeping or were you in bed?
we were
We
sleeping.
were sleeping, jackass.
Dylan's like, I'm so good. I'm making a shake. That's terrible.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I had to
She quivered with my power.
Jesus. We're trying to start on a serious note.
She was
here.
shivering with anticipation.
We love you, Allison.
Sorry.
We're glad you're healthy.
We're
now.
sorry.
Yeah,
That was terrible.
I wish I was awake or something. I
Well,
just have no memory.
We
That's
are going to get
crazy.
on a serious side here because I thank God she didn't remember any of it.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with seizures. Dalton used to have them, but I was too young.
Her stepmom that had him.
But she's not she doesn't have
I'm being
epilepsy
serious.
or anything like that. It just they said it was a mixture of fatigue, stress, and overcompensation of caffeine.
Hmm.
So I learned a lot about seizures while she was passed out in
You
the
know what's
hospital
crazy
bed.
is I've literally cut back on caffeine after you told me that. I was like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Dylan, just because it says 0 sugar, does that mean it's good for you?
Well, it had electrolytes too. All right.
it has
So
300
does Gatorade.
milligrams.
Just drink Gatorade.
Had 300 milligrams of caffeine.
So
Drink
apparently,
Gatorade.
Hey yo.
0.
Zero.
Not a
Zero
sponsor.
flavor.
Not a sponsor.
apparently, what it was is whenever she went to sleep that night, she was just like because she's done with her doing Godspell right now. That's the 5th show in a row, back to back, that she's done, and they all
You
overlap.
guys are nuts for that.
I haven't done that many. That's
I just hope they're paying her more than they paid you, Dylan.
Yeah, she's getting 2. He got 3.
Oh,
Or
right.
1, sorry. Equal rights. I mean,
anyway, Jesus. So when they said whenever she went to sleep that her brain crashed because she was using caffeine to keep it going. So like your neurons are firing at all times and all that. And whenever she crashed, her brain just completely shut off, but that neuron went to fire and it had to jumpstart her body to get from one wave to the other.
that's fucking crazy.
And at 2:20 in the morning, dead asleep, pitch black in the room, she let out a scream that is unlike anything I've ever heard. I legit thought that a zombie was in the room. It was like this.
Dylan's like,
I
Call of
know-
Duty!
No, it was this deep groanal scream,
That's
like
crazy.
of pure pain.
Yeah.
And it was one of those words, it's not like I rolled over like, oh my God, what's happening? No, I blinked and my ass was at the light switch.
Mm-hmm.
I flip on the light. She's convulsing in the bed. Her eyes are rolling back.
Oh, shit.
I pick her up. Well, not really. I set her up and I'm like patting her on the back and it all happens so fast. I don't even know what the fuck's happening. And then, longest 5 seconds of my life, she stops. Everything. She stops shaking. She stops moving. She stops breathing.
Jesus.
And her eyes stay open. And she went to dead weight. I'm gonna get choked up here. So, I thought she fucking died.
Yeah.
It was rough. And then she started breathing again. I set her up and I kicked in my parents' door and I
thought
was
you were
like,
about to say you kicked her. I was like, that's not
No,
how you wake her up.
I smacked her
Up.
when she stopped breathing. I smacked her
That's crazy.
because like I was already like patting her on the back and then she just completely stopped. I've never said the words "stay with me" before. That's
That's crazy.
it's not
So
fun.
she had 2.
That was the first one.
Oh, fuck.
Got my parents in there because I kicked
Wait,
in the door.
I thought they
screamed.
were out of town.
No, that was this last weekend.
Hey, thank fucking God they weren't.
Thank God she stayed over that night.
Yeah.
If she would have been
Do
at
you
home,
live alone?
No, but I live with my parents, but our rooms are kind of a far
Oh,
apart.
fuck. Yeah.
If
I
she
think
would've
they
been
would
in
have
her
heard
room
the
with her door
scream, though,
shut.
So if it had happened,
Well,
the
we,
scream woke up no one else in my house.
we
Oh,
sleep
wow.
with our doors closed.
It only woke me
Wow.
up because
I
I was
mean,
next to her.
I hear screaming all the time because I've got children.
True.
So
But no, it was one of those screams that I'd never heard before.
damn.
It was, and apparently what it is the body lets out a warning signal when it goes into a seize.
My stepmom would when she was weird. This was ex stepmom.
Wow, that's
not now, but I came home one day. She was substance abusing with pills, and she had a seizure, but she didn't do that. She was just on the floor. I think I was like 11 or 10, and I was just like, it's one of those things you don't know what to do. There's
Especially when
literally
you're
nothing
11?
you can do.
Especially when you're 11.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do.
You're
I
just
don't
like,
think my brother
What
was
is
home.
happening?
Like literally, it's just she's in the middle of the floor, and I was
I
just
mean,
like,
I called 911. They
Yeah.
got it. So they're walking in at 2:30 in the morning. Everybody's in their pajamas. She was she was so concerned when we got to the hospital about what she was wearing and how she didn't have a bra on. And I was like,
How
most
my hair looked. Crazy.
important.
yeah. And but
Had to look
Yeah.
good for them doctors.
They come in and
She's
they-
watched too much Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, Jesus.
I've never watched Grey's Anatomy.
Respect.
Okay.
Respect.
Dang. But
She thought she was going to
Nuts.
throw up, so we put her in the bathroom before they got her on the gurney. And you said you remember nothing up until the gurney?
Yeah, I don't remember anything until I was already on the gurney and I saw Steven's face.
And they were
That's
walking.
a great thing
they,
to
they were
start
pushing
up
her
with
out
your
of the
memory.
house into the ambulance.
that's nuts.
We love you,
Yeah.
Steven.
And
So
I
that was the
just-
first one. She gets to the hospital. They run all kinds of tests. They run blood work, urine work. They do those not an EEG. What's the one where they do your heart?
I have
Like where
no
they put
idea.
those
They put the
things-
diodes on.
Yeah, they like to monitor her heart, and then like they did a CAT scan. They did all kinds of stuff. No, Jesus.
You're so stupid. I was actually paying attention.
Nothing comes back bad. All blood work is fine. Urine samples are fine. They tested for COVID because, of course, that's their main fucking priority. I about beat the shit out of the dude in the emergency room. My mom had to move me past him.
Which dude?
The guy at the front door
Uh-huh.
who's asking you all those it's 2:45 in the morning in the ER.
Mhm.
Get out of my fucking way.
Yeah.
Like I come in, I'm like Allison Gaber, where is she? And he's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have any symptoms of COVID?" I'm like, "You need to get the fuck out my way." And he's
Cough
like,
on him, run.
and he's like, "Sir, I'm gonna need." He's like, "Do you have a mask? Do you have a mask?" I said, "I followed a fucking ambulance here. A mask isn't the least thing on my mind right now." He's like, "Well, I have some." I was like, "Then give it to me and move." And my mom just pushed me forward. And then she talked to the guy. I'm like, "Read the room, dude." I'm like, it's 2:45 in the emergency room. I'm like, "Get
Are
out
you
of
in
my
a
way."
rush? Let me stop you for a few minutes and talk to you.
He literally has a piece of paper. He's like, "Well, do you have any of the following symptoms?"
The
I'm
lobby
like,
liaison.
"Fuck."
The guy
And
that's
then he
like
reads it
80
like
years
this.
old.
Coughing, sneezing, runny nose.
Do you have a fever?
diarrhea?
Yeah.
Have
I
you
mean,
come
stomach
into
bug.
contact with anybody in the last 3 weeks?
It was.
Have you
I-
been out of the
Just
country
like-
the last 14 days?
They had a whole list of questions that then mom
No, no,
answered.
no, no,
and
no,
all
no, no,
that,
no, no,
but
no, no. All right, bye.
I ran right up to the desk, and mom talked to him and kind of explained, and he was like, "Well, we have to ask," and she's like, "Yeah, I know, but."
Can we
Sure.
move it along a
But
little faster?
even mom was like, "Look at him. He's not he's not really worried about that." But then, so that's the first one.
That's a crazy thing to think about.
What?
If you're like say if your wife goes into labor and you got COVID, and then you can't go into the hospital, like, do you just have
Yeah.
the baby at home? Do you just go fuck yourself? And
You just
Figure it out.
lie and say no. I
They'll
don't
test
have
you.
COVID."
They don't do a
They didn't
temperature
test
check.
me.
oh, they don't. Okay, well,
No, which is what I thought was weird. If you're so concerned about it, I mean, I can just go in and say, no, 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 get the fuck out of my way. That's exactly what I did.
What
Yeah,
they don't do?
but-
Call you a liar?
But it's
I
like
don't
they
know, it's just
didn't do a
interesting.
temperature check or anything like that. But also, not having a symptom is one of the symptoms now. So, it's,
yeah, you could totally have it
Mhm.
and not know it, and like not have any symptoms, never come into contact with anybody,
Mhm.
but you got it.
so
Makes sense.
anyway, that was the first one. They discharge her because everything looks fine. They're like, it's probably just exhaustion and caffeine and all that because the caffeine keeps your brain going.
So, okay,
Whenever
how much?
it's
What
trying-
kind of caffeine we talking?
Okay.
300 milligrams for like 16 ounces.
But I also had a coffee.
Oh,
And a-
never mind. I don't even count coffee to myself because I don't drink coffee. I was
Well,
just thinking about
we've
that.
started monitoring caffeine now. Like this red can beverage that I have here,
Crack-a-cola.
Crack-a-Cola, yes, has
Nondescript
has
pop.
34 milligrams of caffeine in 12 ounces.
Mhm.
We've been going to the gym in between shows, and we were drinking these drinks.
Bangs. Were you drinking?
No, we were
Bangs?
drinking Rain.
I make it rain.
They're out there with their mouths open, just like.
But it's one of those energy drinks that had no. Let me finish the whole thing before you pipe
I-
up over
Had
there.
like
peanut gallery.
creatine. all that
No,
kind of
it
stuff.
had no sugar. So we thought that was a little better than like Monster or Red Bull and all that.
really smart.
It had, I said let me finish.
How many milligrams of caffeine we talking?
It had
crack cocaine?
electrolytes and all that.
How
We-
much caffeine do?
300
yeah.
milligrams. And we didn't think anything of it.
So do you not normally drink that much?
No.
And then you drink coffee? Oh, fuck.
Well,
I
now
know.
now we've started looking at everything, and now we're realizing how much 300 milligrams actually is.
So
Because
this
it didn't seem like much.
this only has 45. These have like saved my life because literally I stopped drinking caffeine and
Mhm.
I used to start getting a headache.
And that's a, what is that, a kickstart?
It's a start kick.
Oh,
Pop. It is
It's a
a
Mountain Dew
purple
Kickstart.
beverage
Relax.
from a company.
But
It's
no,
only 45 milligrams instead of not NOS, something like that. Nitrous. Nitrous.
Nah.
got it.
Nitrous.
We got it.
Anyway,
you guys could stop dodging.
it's just kind of fun now.
More distracting.
So those have
So we didn't
150
know.
a piece, and I was sometimes drinking 2 a day.
We didn't know how much 300 was until we got to the hospital, and the nurse told us that a large Starbucks coffee has approximately 120 milligrams. So we were like, "Holy shit!" We're like, "That's like chugging 2.5 large coffees
Yeah.
before you go in." I had the 2 liter of root beer in the fridge the other day.
There's no
and
caffeine in root
There's
beer.
no caffeine. in
Barks
root beer.
there is.
No, there's not.
Bargs.
I don't think there is.
Yeah, there is. It's the only one that has caffeine.
Well,
In a
whatever.
12 ounce, it has
Fact
20.
checking,
It
hold
has
on.
22 milligrams.
Not a
So
lot,
I
though.
could chug the entire 2 liter and still only have half the caffeine as one of
Dude,
those
could
drinks.
you imagine the amount of burps you'd have from drinking that much root beer?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it only has 22 milligrams for 12 ounces.
is that not what I just fucking said? Is that-
Oh, it also
So,
says here, Dylan, go fuck yourself.
There's been a couple times that I've had 5-hour energies, or their knockoff
God, those
versions.
scared the shit out of me.
And one day when I was working Date in Progress, I was really fucking tired.
Been there, done that.
It was right after Oliver was born, and I had no sleep. I went in. We were doing 10-hour shifts that week, and I was like, "Look, Don, I need something to kickstart." And he goes, "Well, I got right in here. You got $1?"
Oh my God, he
And
did sell them.
He
I
sold
remember
these
that.
knockoff 5-hour energies, and he just slaps it up, and you want grape or mixed berry? I said, I'll take grape. And I pick it up, and this stuff has, what is it, 3,800 times your daily vitamin,
Whatever. It's
whatever.
not important.
It's B12. It's your B12. So B12 is like the energy vitamin,
Mhm.
and it's like 3,800% of your daily recommended.
I have a funny
So,
story about
38 times your daily recommended dose in a day. And
That's healthy.
I thought I was having a heart attack. I'm sitting there grinding, and I'm just like, I can smell color.
that. So I did the
And
same.
my heart is going.
I did the same thing.
And I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm checking my pulse and everything, and I'm like, it doesn't
Shaking.
feel like it's going all that fast, but I feel like I'm wigging out, man.
I did that with. They have these shots. They're called Red Line, and it's made by the same people who make Bang.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, or not Bang. I think it's literally called Lit. It's like a pre-workout. And I was like, oh, it's a shot. It's this big. I go to work at Dayton Progress on 3rd shift, and I was tired, so I chugged the whole thing. I set the bottle down, and I'm
Here's your
working,
sign.
and I look, and I see there's 3 little lines. I'm like, huh, what are they? And then I realized that the bottle says
Take this much. Take
Dude.
this much.
fucking 1.
You
It
did
had
3.
150 milligrams of caffeine in this much, and I drank 3 times that amount. Dude, I was shaking. And it has 0 sugar in it, all that bullshit. And I
I'm
was
amazed
just like,
you didn't have a seizure.
I was at work because I was so tired, but I was like,
Well, I'm
yawning and shaking
naturally
at the same time. I
I'm
was like,
naturally an energetic individual where I don't need any caffeine. I don't need coffee in the
I
morning.
wish.
I don't need anything to get me going at almost 100%. And even when I'm low energy, I still have like high functionality.
Well, we were doing those drinks for. It wasn't like a one-time thing. We were going to the gym
Sorry, there's
3
two
times a
lines.
week.
You were pounding the
See-
rain.
That little bottle was sitting there. You see the little lines? There's
Yeah.
I'm showing them the bottle for our audio listeners. There's 2 lines, and I was like, "Does that say 2 servings?"
Even our video.
And then I was
listeners won't
like,
be able to see
"Oh
it.
my god!" And I was like,
But so
"I'll read out what it says on this."
Oh,
But anyway,
no.
continue. I'm sorry.
So
Sorry to
well, okay,
interrupt.
so that gets us through our first hospital visit. Let's try to wrap this up. We've been going for we got off topic. We went on everything on this now. But they discharge her. We go home. They said it was like a one-time fluke. She okay.
Dude,
Way to keep it together, Clay.
175 per shot, and there's 2 in each one. I chugged that shit in 5 minutes. I was like, ah. Anyway, continue.
So we get home. We lay down on the couch, and she, after a while, she finally falls back asleep. It was not 2 minutes after she went to sleep.
Did she get another like coffee on the way home or something? Or
No, nothing.
Yeah, that would have been dumb.
Why the fuck would we do
I
that?
see what it said.
But no,
I'll just
it,
be over here.
it was not 2 minutes after she fell asleep. She had another one. Now, the second one was not as bad as the first. So it was almost like a little aftershock that she had to just get out of her body.
It's weird.
But then we went back to the hospital, and the paramedics, because I called 911 again, and the paramedics showed up, and it was the same people, and they're like, "Is it Allison?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
You're like me again.
Imagine
they were like,
having
they were like,
2 ambulance trips in the same day.
I know.
Yikes,
Yikes.
the bill on that one.
We must be adults. We're talking about the price of it.
I know.
Price
Price
was
of
like,
healthcare.
"Oh."
I don't care if I'm alive. Just
Mm.
make sure it's not too expensive.
I mean, it is one of those where the second time I was a little cautious to call it, but when she's sitting there shaking on the couch, I was like, I don't care. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, call it again because we need her in there. And then they admitted her the second time. Then they did all the extensive work,
Mhm.
the MRI, which takes forever. You were
Yeah.
in there where they were scanning every brain wave.
You claustrophobic?
No.
I'm not claustrophobic at all. When you get an MRI, it's like here.
I've
That
never
shit's
done one.
fucking
It was the
scary as
tooth
shit.
was just so
And it's
small.
just like this on
Yeah.
your face. And
Well,
they're
they
like,
did the
stay completely
MRI.
still.
They did the EEG, which is where they hook the things up to like her head and all that.
Mhm.
They tried to induce a seizure while she was hooked up to the EEG.
How the fuck they do that? Here, drink this coffee.
I don't know what did they do.
Punched her a couple times.
They probably
Don't
send like
know.
that. They send like
Did they
radio
just yell,
pulses and stuff,
"Seizure!"
do that kind of stuff.
seizure. So she was like,
They
oh,
may
it's
have
not
put
happening.
something in my IV or something. I
Oh.
had.
Some kind of
I
drug.
don't remember.
I
a
need
lot.
700 milligrams of caffeine right now.
They tried to induce one so that if she had one, they could see where it was coming from. And then they come back and they're like, no news is good news. They're like, we couldn't get her to have one. They said, so it's not a brain issue. It's just
Wow.
getting that buildup out of her system. And then they put her on medicine. They had her on an IV. She stayed overnight. She's on that special medicine now, and she's had no issues since.
Well, that's
She
good.
was foggy for a few days, though. 'cause-
Really?
And then I showed up like a day later with a
Yeah.
cactus.
Yeah. Alaric brought her a
stayed
get
home
well
like a
soon
dumbass.
cactus.
Little get well plant or balloon and a card.
Heck yeah. It's on my counter.
Yeah.
But so we're 25 minutes into this. Those are the reasons why we haven't been here in so
So
long.
we apologize on Allison's behalf. But,
No, that
just
was
kidding.
that's. I think that's kind of good to talk about though, because it's like
No,
that's real.
It's
That's
happened.
real life shit that you can't avoid.
And
Stuff
it also
happens.
made me kind of cut down on caffeine a little bit.
Me
for
too.
sure.
I mean,
But,
well, I do appreciate you guys with like you bringing it over and all that, and then with you always checking in, seeing how she was doing. So it was a long week. And now a word from our sponsors. Truffle Shuffle Podcast is brought to you by Barron's Barbershop in West Carrollton. Come on down to Barron's Barbershop if you're looking for quality and a blast from the past with antique stools and registers. Baron has been cutting hair for 3 decades, and he has the skills to style your hair with class. Whether you need a trim or you want to try a whole new style like Alaric desperately needs, Baron is the man with the plan. Make sure you bring cash and mention that Truffle Shuffle sent you.
Here it comes.
And thank you from
Oh,
our
no.
sponsor. Wait, hold on.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, Baron's Barbershop. And we also would like to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes. And if you want to send us videos, send it to our Twitter and not on the YouTube comments. It's a very strange place
It's
for
a
that.
very strange place that does not
Talking
like
to you, Kyle.
anything.
The only person that sends us shit.
So anyway, we have a prompt today.
So what do we have from Alaric's wife today to get us going now that we're
She has
past
a-
real life shit?
Oh yeah. All
All
right.
right, what we got?
Today, Haley's prompt is: what superpower would you be better to use to get out of jail time?
What?
What? What superpower would be? What's the best superpower to use to get out of jail time?
Invisible.
Invisibility. There's.
Super strength, flight, time travel,
I mean,
Throat punch. I don't know.
Mr. Fantastic, elastic,
Mind
stuff.
control.
Mind control.
Control.
Oh yeah. Hey, could you open that for me? Okay, cool. Thanks. All
Yeah.
right. I'll see you guys later.
I mean,
I'm a
you'd
good
never,
guy.
You would never really get convicted if you could control minds, though. So,
Yeah, they're like, you killed 50. Oh, hey, it's you.
is that a butterfly?
What is this?
Sir, you killed 15 people. No, you did that. Oh my God,
I'm gonna send myself to jail.
Judas! No.
Murder.
Did you guys see that video where?
Alaric got it.
Did you see the video where the Terminator busts into the final supper and he goes, "I have come to save you, Jesus," and he goes, "No, I'm supposed to die for the sins of man."
Did you just call it the final supper?
The Last Supper.
It's
my
the
God.
final supper.
He shoots Judas with a shotgun. He goes, "Dang it, Terminator! He's supposed to betray me." And he "I revive you, Judas." And then he goes, "I am programmed to keep you alive." He shoots him again. He goes, "Stop that! Give me the shotgun!"
So, speaking of which, we have one show of Godspell left tonight at 6 o'clock. Tickets are only $30. Heyo, if this is published by
Are they
then.
really that cheap right now?
Yes, they are.
It's January.
Must
They
be
do
a
$30.
good show.
no, it's January. They
Tonight's your last show?
mhm.
Yeah.
We
They
might make a
cut-
date night tonight.
They cut 8 shows because January is just the slowest time of the year.
And one of the stars was having seizures.
Oh yeah. How does that work?
She went right fucking through like a trooper. That happened on Monday. They had cut our usually we do Thursday through Sunday shows. We'll do 7 in a week.
Mhm.
They cut the 2 on Thursday. So we did 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. And I'm really glad that it happened like that because she had the full week to recover and then she went through and did all the shows like normal. Now, of course, nobody in the audience knew a difference, but everybody on stage was very awkwardly watching her
Mhm.
to make sure that she didn't go down again. But she did the whole show. So the superhero thing. that we
Somehow.
Invisibility. I don't know.
All right, well, let's sum it up like this. Yeah. You could have a superpower, what would it be?
I would be invisible.
Of course you would.
I forget. I
I don't
had
know about
this
your
really
Steve.
cool power that I
You can
was
only pick
thinking
one.
of before, and I can't remember it right now.
I want to
Memory
go...
But it
loss?
was like unique. It wasn't like, oh, I'd rather be able to fly or super
Memory
strength.
loss.
See, I want to be...
That's just called alcohol.
I want to be able to fly, but it's too basic, so I want to say telekinesis, where you can move stuff with your mind, because then you can move yourself, and you can make yourself fly. Allison, what about you?
Wow.
Wow, don't judge my superpower.
I want the ability to turn people into amphibians.
Don't shame.
We're
But
gonna
it's-
move
but
right
they're-
past
don't
that.
power
But I don't get
shame.
to control what amphibian, and I can't change you back.
Don't power shame.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What?
I can change anyone and anything into an amphibian, any random amphibian, but I can't change them back.
What are amphibians besides
Turtles.
turtles?
Is
No,
a
turtles
turtle
are
an amphibian?
reptiles.
Oh shit! It happened.
Reptiles.
It happened. I'm sorry. Over the
Reptiles
head.
or,
you failed.
Over the
amphibians
head
are like,
taught me
I
that.
know. I'm sorry.
Where he's like
Reptile.
reptile.
I'm thinking, what, frogs are lizards amphibian? No, they're
Hey,
reptiles.
Siri.
Frogs?
What?
Frogs and toads, I
Oh,
think.
She's not happy because I asked her. What we got? Amphibian?
Maybe you should change that to you can change
I'll just
people
say
into
reptiles.
a reptile.
I like reptiles better.
Yeah, you-
Tetrapods, vertebrates.
You could be
of the class
some people
amphibian.
could become kimono dragons, while others just become a
Frogs.
freaking gecko and just get squished.
Some
What's an amphibian?
Frogs.
That's it?
Hold on.
It means something that can live in water or land.
Similar to lizards, salamanders,
Mm.
Ooh, salamanders.
and some frogs lack lungs. No. Yeah. So
All right, so
You're
you're
weird.
going with
That's
reptiles
what I
instead.
figured out.
So imagine you get pissed at someone, you're like into a reptile, and it's a fucking alligator.
Or-
you're like,
or
"Ah!"
I can turn them into reptiles, and when I try to change them out, they become a random mammal, and I can't do anything from there. So you could become human again, or you could become a pig, or you could become a sea lion.
That is the most useless fucking
Somebody
power.
just
I-
randomly
like
turns
being
into a
invisible.
humpback whale.
how's this gonna help you get out of
and then
jail?
kills you in the process.
How's this gonna help you get out of jail? Exactly. You're
if
stuck
I'm
in jail.
turning jail guards into reptiles, I mean,
How they gonna unlock
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking cell?
if they're a
can't reach
gator,
it.
they'll snap the cell.
Yeah, and what if it's a
Or I said objects and people, so I could turn the bars into like.
Yeah, you can
And it
turn the
bites you
bars
and-
into something, and then you have to escape the fucking alligators.
This
so
is
it's
what I
still not
imagined.
any better.
He's in-
They're not all alligators. They could be any reptile.
He's in a fucking jail cell and he turns the bars into an alligator and then it eats him. And he's like, "Well, I didn't make it
I mean,
out
you
alive."
still get out of jail time.
Let's
You're just
face
dead.
it. Alaric is getting picked off by natural selection sooner or later. So,
Hopefully.
Allison, what was your power?
Laser vision.
Heyo.
It's just with a big smile.
Hold
Any
up.
reason
Speaking
behind
of
that?
laser vision, have you
Uh-oh.
seen that video where somebody goes? You seen that part in Monsters Inc. where the guy goes,
Yeah.
"There was a
Jack.
child flying with laser vision."
Yeah.
And Jack can phase him in and out of dimensions. He's got laser vision. He can fly. Dude, they planned that stuff way in advance.
That's a coincidence.
What was that?
What did you just say?
I went to say
coincidence?
coincidence at the same time as saying coinky dink.
What word did
So-
he say earlier? He was so serious. So
I heard
didn't
it
wanna-
and I didn't want to say
I-
it and I don't remember what it was.
What'd I say?
Anyway, we're gonna move on. So
So
Dylan has a story. for
I
us
have
today.
I have a lovely little story. Show of hands, who has road rage?
Always.
Everybody,
Everybody.
except for Allison.
No, she's starting to get it now because
Hell
of me.
yeah.
I'm so proud.
Plug it up.
She's like she can barely see over the steering wheel, but she's still like out of the way, motherfucker.
I won't be seeing over a steering wheel for 3 months.
Haley doesn't cuss in normal
Oh,
day
yeah.
life, but the moment she's behind the wheel, she goes, "Quit driving like a dumbass!"
Oh yeah, that's another thing about the
That's
seizure
unwarranted.
thing is she can't drive for 3 months.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
And
3 months?
on Monday is Valentine's Day. What does she have to do? She has to go back into the hospital to get those EEGs stuck on her that she has to wear for 48 hours
How romantic.
at home. So I'm going to tell the
Oh.
doctors.
Celebrate
I'm gonna
that
be like,
shit.
if
Oh, wait,
there
wait.
Don't
is
put
a-
them down
I'm gonna
below.
be like,
Hold
if there
up.
is a spike for 33 seconds, just
I was gonna say like they're gonna check her heart rate and everything. It's gonna be beep 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 beep.
feel like she had a spike. When was it? It was 8:32 on Valentine's Day night. Oh, it only lasted for 30 seconds. No, it's fine.
And then the doctor
Dylan's
looks
in
at
the corner
Dylan and
sweating.
goes, "That's it? 30 seconds, bud.
Hey, done
You're
my
the
job.
doctor, not me."
Well, so that's gonna be romantic. She gets to wear that. So
I have to wear a scarf over my head. I had to put a scarf on.
Like a hood over your head.
No, how dare you?
First of all, how dare you?
A scarf, like, that you tie around your head.
Weird.
I know. And a button-down shirt.
Hell yeah. The
So-
romantic
Hey,
as shit.
I
Girls
know.
and button downs. It's one of my kryptonites.
Ah.
So
It's good to
you
know. Anyway.
But anyway,
So the road rage. Now, before we get into this, it's a disclaimer. I have to say that I hate everyone equally. This was not subject on one race. He just happened to be this race.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
No,
As
no,
we
no,
know,
no.
Dylan has a very substantial background with some
No,
race.
because there were two black women involved.
Oh,
in-
Oh, it comes out.
No.
He said the word.
You can't call him that anymore.
Yes, you can.
African
But-
American. Anyway,
But anyway,
So
so
at least sassy.
so okay, we're all guilty of this. In a grocery store
Dylan,
parking
Dylan,
lot.
I am
speak for yourself.
Can
and your
I
own
say
racist
the
ass.
fucking story, please? In a grocery store parking lot, we're all guilty of at the end of the lot cutting across the lanes.
I don't
Right?
do it because I hate those people. You're
Fuck
that
you,
people.
Clay.
I do.
You're that.
I do it, Dylan.
I do it at
Solidarity,
the end. I do
brother.
it at the end where there's no cars.
Hey, I hope you all get hit by a fucking car. Because that shit is annoying as fuck.
This is what the story's about.
That just means you're a pussy, Clay.
I'm
So,
gonna walk out on this.
this
one,
is in
'cause
the-
these motherfuckers are the people that I hate.
Well, then you're gonna understand my reaction.
No, you just said.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
But hold on, you fucking hypocrite. You just said to me that you cut across, and now you're mad that somebody cut across.
Listen. Thank you.
Fucking
Listen,
eat a
I
dick.
said I do it at the end where
Oh,
there's no cars.
He's different, guys. He does.
Shut
it
the
at
fuck up
end.
and listen. Okay, so I'm going down the aisle. I'm in the Kroger's parking lot. Over there, wherever we are.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mhm, yeah.
And I'm close to the door. I'm coming down the aisle. Little fucking Tokyo Drift comes swerving in between parked cars to cut across those lanes.
Just like you do.
Okay, that's a special kind of stupid.
Listen, he comes about 6 inches from crushing the front of my car,
or
and he-
double Dylan.
and he almost hits these two black women that are walking towards the store.
This is why you don't cut across parking lots, people.
I lay on my horn. The two women turn around. They see how close the car was to them. And he's probably doing about 30 miles an hour. Too.
Keep in mind, Dylan drives a Kia Soul, so it's like meep meep.
Doesn't matter.
Meep.
But, and he pulls right into the spot next to where I am. All right?
What's up, bitch?
And I was like, you never know what
Door
kind of
ding
guy
that
is
shit.
going to be
That's
in
where
the
you roll
car.
down your window and you go, "There's nothing stronger than family."
Jesus Christ. So I stop behind his car. I'm laying on the horn. There's people all over that see it because of how loud it is. I roll down the window. A little 5-foot Asian man
no.
in the car by himself with a mask on
Solid.
gets out of the car. I have my window down and I say, "What the fuck is I?" Okay, so I was already in a bad mood because I was at the third store looking for something because
He
no
drops
grocery
something
store.
like Ching Chong, doesn't
What
he?
are you
No
looking for?
grocery. What?
What are you looking for?
What was I looking for?
Talk about chicken wings?
No,
Kroger?
because no grocery store is stocked with anything anymore. Right
Oh yeah,
now.
it's all empty.
So I was on the third
World's
store,
ending.
so I was already pissed. And then I rolled down my window and I'm like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And he's
Dylan
like,
didn't get his cookies. That's
and
why.
he's like, huh? And I'm like, "Do you know how many fucking people you almost hit coming across here like this?" And these two women are still looking at me, and they're kind of like, "Ooh," they're like, "Get him!"
And Allison's in the passenger seat.
No, it was just me.
Oh, okay.
And
I was imagining her like just barely seeing
Wait,
over the
hold
dash.
up. At the beginning of the story, you made it sound like the black ladies were the culprits of this.
No, they almost got
But
hit.
you were like, "I don't know why it's always these people." And then we said, "Say it, Dylan." You go, "Two black women." And
No, I didn't say always these people. I
He
said
has like a problem with it or something. I don't know, it's weird.
Just play it back.
Not
and listen.
really. It's a joke. People.
Okay.
Dylan is only racist on Saturdays. Oh shit! It's Saturday. Anyway, continue.
So
And days that end with Y.
I said, do you know how many fucking people you almost hit cutting across here? And he's like, and he goes, I sorry, I know C.
Oh,
And the words
no,
came out
that
of my
was
mouth.
so
mouth. I said, yes, I know you know fucking C. And the two black women go, oh. And then I said, thank fuck you're wearing your mask in your car by yourself because we'd hate to lose one of you during this pandemic.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa,
pulled off-
whoa, whoa! Hold on.
I was.
Oh,
it had nothing to do with his
dude.
race, but I
Yes,
was
it
livid.
does. You said you.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
fucking racist.
What do you mean, you
Oh
people?
my
I mean,
God.
people who wear their mask.
Oh,
in their
listen
car
to him
by
backpedal. I
themselves.
mean, like, I'm talking about like the mask with what they're wearing. He'd had
But no,
nothing to do with Ching Chong Bing Bong.
It came out of my mouth so fast. I said, "Yes, I know you know fucking C."
I thought you were gonna call him like Bing Bong or something.
No, I
That
did
would've
not.
even better.
But then I drove forward, and the
And hit him and killed him.
no, and he's over on the side, and the two ladies, they were cracking up the whole time. So, but yeah, so that was my dumbass story. So like Clay said, don't cut across the lanes.
Yes.
'cause
Did
I
you
was-
learn a lesson that day, Dylan?
Nope.
Learn your lessons well.
So I have
They don't know the show.
I know.
I have a dumbass story for sure, and I think honestly, the dumbass of the day goes to Weber Grills. This is not what I'm talking about.
Never mind. Sorry.
So Meatloaf passed away, unfortunately, like a month ago. Well, the week of Meatloaf's death, Weber Grills released a recipe
For meatloaf?
for meatloaf.
Extra crispy.
Is that not terrible? Or
Well, have you
what?
seen the meme where it
They
says...
literally took it down and they're like, "We are so
have
sorry."
you seen the meme?
I was like, "God damn!"
It was 1,400 degrees for 4 hours.
Yeah, but how terrible is that? They're like, "Oh, that's our bad."
You know how it has like your prep time on there? It says
Well-
your prep time is 6 to 8 hours because you got to dig them up first. So it's,
Or
It happened
78
at, like-
years for however old he was.
I think it happened like Monday or Tuesday, and this was like the day after he died. They were like, "Hey, we got a meatloaf recipe." And I was like, "Oh my god,
I wonder how
Our
many
bad,
people.
but it's to die for.
it's bad."
They
So
probably,
anyway,
they probably got a phone call that was just like, no,
Take it off. So it's a very unfortunate series of events on that one.
Now,
so,
can I put up your picture?
there's this picture that I'm going to post up here. This is a $1 million painting that was
Okay, so-
defaced by a bored security guard.
Wait,
direct your attention
aren't
to
any
your
faces to
screen
begin
if
with.
you can. You
That
guys.
is correct. So this is what it looked like before.
This is $1 million.
This was $1 million.
You didn't
Now,
give me
does
an
it not
after
look
photo.
like a 2-year-old painted this? But
What is
whatever.
it?
So it is
People.
called Three Figures by Anna. Well, I can't pronounce her
Oh,
last name.
I thought this black part in front was like the top of somebody else's head.
Nope. So all of this is up for interpretation. I don't think it's really that cool. It's a piece of art. It was $1 million painting,
I don't get
and a
art.
security guard
That's
was
just called
bored
money laundering.
in Russia, which is hilarious.
Russia.
He did get fired on his first day. It was his first day, and he was
Your
like,
face is on
"I'm
it, didn't he?
bored." So he totally went over and drew eyes on the outside two of them. I don't know if he did the center one. I couldn't find the full picture,
Should have
but
just brought in
defaced
googly
it.
eyes.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of hilarious. So more power to him. The guard was believed to have defaced the painting on December 7th, but he was sacked this week after his identity was revealed.
I'm still trying to get over the fact that this is $1 million.
Oh my God.
dollar painting.
I take that back.
laundering.
What?
Oh, okay, that's million Russian rubles. Okay. So it was insured for 74.9 million Russian rubles, which is like $3 US. No, I'm just kidding. It is $1 million. The world is non-objectivity. The birth of new art is what it was being displayed on first.
I don't understand art because, like Mona Lisa, Van Gogh. That stuff is art.
It's up for interpretation.
Art nowadays.
It's 3 people.
If I'm being honest, this is what I've
Can
heard.
do that.
But listen, this
Look
is what
how-
I've heard.
That doesn't
Then
take
do it,
talent.
Dylan.
So you have rich
Dalton
people.
has done better fucking pictures than this.
Listen, so you have rich people that paint a picture. They say that picture is worth $1 million. Then you have rich people buy that $1 million painting.
Money laundering.
Basically,
It's just money laundering.
It's basically
worst-
money laundering.
The worst one I think I ever saw was
The
when
black
I
painting?
when I worked in Beverly Hills. There was an art
Nobody
gallery.
heard that.
No, we're not listening to you, Clay.
I said the black painting. Is that
Oh,
the worst
jeez.
thing you've ever seen?
I will say there is one person who is a
Bansky.
very good artist, and it blows my mind. George W. Bush.
Oh.
He's been painting as part of his like
He
therapy and
is.
stuff. He's been painting portraits of
Senior or junior?
other presidents,
KIA
right?
veterans and everything
Oh, turd.
from
The guy.
like people. It's part of his like repentance to himself is like he's his therapy is he paints the veterans and who didn't come home.
Oh, that's cool.
From
is really
the
cool.
people he sent to war in Iraq. So he
I've
it's
actually
part of
seen
his
some pictures of
PT.
it.
It's
They're-
like
they're
his
quite good.
About tourism.
yeah.
Well, anyway, so yeah,
I
that
saw-
was the dumbass of the week in my eyes because I mean, it should be the painter, not the guy who defaced it. He literally just put little tiny eyes on the outside, right? And they're little
Could have brought
circles, so
googly eyes.
totally should have put googly eyes on that shit.
I
So,
saw,
anyway,
I
so
saw a
now it
painting
is
one
worth
time. They,
0.
they say it was a painting. It was a just like a square. It was just a black canvas with a red
Yes!
line going
And you're
down
like,
the middle.
Oh my god, it's so deep. So I saw like one of my favorites is the Bansky one with the little girl holding she's holding a balloon, and literally they sell it at auction, and he hits a button, and it literally shreds the painting halfway. Basically to say fuck you to auctions. He
Mm.
literally has this like $1 million or $2 million painting, and it literally just shreds itself. Like literally they're sitting there in the
Oh yeah.
and they're like, all right, sold for $1 million, and it's like and they're like no. And then it just stops, and then it's sold for way more than that, which is ironic. But
But I mean, like I said, like Mona Lisa, Van Gogh, all that kind of stuff. Like what's that one called? That famous painting, like A Day in the Park or something like that.
something like that.
Sunday
That-
Starry Night.
What is it?
The one
Sunday
from
day.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where camera's just standing there.
Yeah, like that is art. Stuff that
Starry Night.
Starry
That's
Night,
what I
Van
read.
Gogh. Stuff that actually takes talent.
Makes you think too. But these new ones like this, what the fuck is that?
Why?
That
why?
looks like just a bunch of thumbprints.
Why did the painter?
Oh my god! Do you guys remember Spy Kids? It's the
Yes.
thumbs.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Why did the artist sell his painting?
Oh god.
He needed Monet so he could make his Van Gogh.
All right, now on to some videos from the internet.
Yes.
So
Let's see what we got here.
We have a few curations.
This one's from me. I found this like 2 weeks ago and have been dying to show everybody. And make sure it's not muted.
A demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. and then he came again and he slept with me last week. And I told the pastor that I need deliverance again. And since then, my private part has been itching. Yes.
Bonk. 40 bonks.
Look, oral sex, demon. You see oral sex? Look, oral sex, look. You oral sex, use oral sex. Let that sperm of that man out. Out, you demon. Out. Put in the private part. What happened?
It probably just burns in general there.
He's probably just spraying freaking alcohol.
Come out from the private.
Come on,
Come out from the private. Come out.
that's just solid.
Go.
Could be a yeast infection.
Or
That shit'll wear you
chlamydia.
out, dude. Are you sure he
Oh.
wasn't just going to church and they were just like healed and it just took a while to kick in? I'm sorry. That was terrible.
My God, that was. I have no.
Did you see the horny bonk at the beginning? She was like, bonk. And she
Alright, what we
went
got
right
here?
into sucking that.
That hill kicked everybody's ass. So obviously, this is where you turn your attention.
This is
to
what
your
we call a
screen.
high-speed chase.
We're on a light jog
Are we
today,
doing it?
boys. We're going to get him.
None of these people are in shape, clearly.
He better stop.
The cops are just
Lightly
nonchalantly strolling after.
He's like, what the
him.
fuck is going on? I'm getting away. This is working. He's walking, and
They
they're
all
still
start
jogging.
walking because they're all getting super winded. He like stops to go up against the wall.
That's so dumb. He's like, "Can you- please stop. Please. 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 He got away. Killed 15 more people. Actually, no, shit. That's the guy that drove across the parking lot.
He's on the highway and they're still trying to get up the hill.
Oh man.
Good thing they got cars.
Jeez.
Wow.
All right, what else we got here, folks? Oh, bowling. All right. What?
Oh, now I remember this.
I seen this
Oh,
one.
it's so good.
Not the bowling
Oh no. Football. I play football. This is so terrible.
I thought it was a sock.
So terrible.
You think he's gonna kick it, and then it hits that pothole, and he's like, "I'm a headbutt."
Oh God. Okay.
Oh man.
All right, what we got? What we got next? Oh no. Can you guys pretend to be my mom for a second? Wait, what is what?
Some big news today, but my mom is dead. So can you guys just pretend to be my mom for a minute? Okay,
Wow.
so guess what?
I didn't even hear what she was saying. Oh my god.
I didn't hear
Is
a
that
word
not the
she
most
was
fucked
saying.
up thing you've seen
Oh,
all
Can you guys
fucking year?
be my mom for a
Oh,
second?
shit.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Oh my God.
Oh
Mute
man.
the beginning of this, and as soon as it goes to the next, I don't know if there's music or not.
I don't care anymore.
Okay, play it.
Boyfriend starts to play video games.
Boredom from under the desk.
All your shots, dude, your garbage. Play your game, you suck, play your game, learn
Is that
game.
Carmen?
Ooh, roasted, get your ass. Ooh.
That will make
That
me
is
laugh.
what that is what Allie does whenever we're playing Fortnite. She's like, "Get him, get him! Did you? Oh, you didn't."
I just
get him."
love it.
no.
It's the boredom from under the desk, and
Oh,
she's just like, "You suck."
Speaking of which, I figured out how matchmaking works. It's whoever's party leader. So, Clay,
I will lead that
you're
shit.
gonna start
from
being
now
a party
on.
leader,
Clay,
bud.
you need to start being.
And we're
party
gonna
leader.
stop getting in my sweaty lobbies.
All right, what we got?
Oh,
All right, this
no.
one's apparently Dylan.
Oh, hey there, little girl. Want to go for a swim?
No.
Stop it.
Oh my god!
That's not real.
No, it's not real. There's no
Cat?
way it's real.
So, okay, listen. I have been listening to. This is going to be a
You could've
real
said
quick
eat.
one. I have listened to the Office Ladies podcast, and they were talking about stress relief.
Mhm.
You know when she throws Bandit up?
Yeah.
So that's a fake cat that she throws up, but a real cat does fall.
Well, yeah, it lands.
The way it lands is so scary. I
It's
watched
like we
that
need to
over
rewatch
once.
that
I'm like,
scene
that's
now.
a fake cat.
Okay, so this is me becoming a her she.
Oh no.
Oh man.
It's the world we live in, guys.
What the fuck?
I was wondering why it was her, she, and not she, her. That was pretty good. That's some comedy gold.
That's dumb.
That's some comedy gold. All right.
All right, yo. Well, it's been a while, but thank you for tuning back in to the Truffle Shuffle podcast, everybody. Thank you to Allison for being here today, Hopefully,
so
no more
happy to have
episodes
you.
I
coming.
thought you were gonna say for being here still. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
But we want to thank our listeners, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that bell notification.
Yeah. And we're back at it. We'll see you next week.
See you next Saturday.
It's good to be back. I
Ta-ta.
miss you guys. Bye.